Hi, this is Walid from Sulia, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Connect program session notes, which is required by all Connect program facilitators. And I will cover the following points. What are the session notes? Why are they important? How to fill the session notes? And finally, some advice to make it easier for you to fill the session notes. So what are the session notes? They're basically an online form that we have on our community website that we ask all our facilitators to fill soon after every session. This online form is located on the Connect program community website, and you can see the address written in front of you. And why are the session notes important? Session notes help Sulia. Three important points here: quality, insight, and communication. The session notes is our way to know how our groups are doing and how each individual group is progressing. It is part of our effort to monitor the quality of the Connect program. Then, with the information gathered by the notes, we gain insights to what has worked and what hasn't in the Connect program, helping us to improve our materials and model. And lastly, it is also your way to alert us on any issues you might have with your group. We want to make sure that all our facilitators feel supported and receive help with any dilemmas you might face. Session notes also help you. They help you reflect, plan, and achieve. We hope that the questions in the session notes will also help you to reflect upon your group and the dynamics and overall progress you are making. We hope that you also use this reflection to design your future sessions so that they will reflect your group's needs and wishes and help you push the group forward towards the Connect program goals. Next is how to fill the session notes. After logging in, this is the screen or the home page you'll see in the community website. You'll find the session notes link on the right side of the page here. This is the link. It's under the Sulia team box. Click on it and it'll take you to the session notes page. First, you need to select the week of the program. You could do this by clicking on this drop-down menu and selecting the week for which you're writing the session notes. Select the week and click OK. Then the blank online form for the session notes is open, and here you'll find a list of all of the students in your group. You should fill in information on all of them here. On this side you will find the names of the students. Here is text situation. How was the student's technology? Select the best option from excellent, good, or poor. And then comes performance. How did the student do that day? Were they an active participant contributing well, or did they seem disengaged or quiet? Select the best option for their performance here. If the student was absent or struggled with tech issues, so that it was hard to assess their performance, select the relevant options from the drop-down menu. What about attendance? We send attendance information of each student to their professor. Hence, it is important for us to know if the student was present on time, somewhat late, or absent for the whole session. Sometimes students can be absent because their university is on holiday. You'll get information beforehand of those students who are likely to be absent because of a university holiday in the weekly email. Red flag. If you encounter any problem with your student, please make sure you check the red flag box as well as provide an explanation in the comment section. Problems may include tardiness, early departure, disruption, disengagement, or language barriers. You may also use the comment box for any additional remarks, positive or negative, you have about the student. Let's move on to the activities and group dynamics section. In activities, you should list all the activities you did with your group. starting from the beginning when you met your students to the final moments of the session. With discussion topics, what were the main topics that your group discussed that week? Write them here. Here, please describe any activities that were not selected from the online curriculum. We encourage our facilitators to introduce activities or discussion topics that are not in the online curriculum, if they are something that would fit your group and its interests. And when you innovate, we want to hear about it. Please share here any activities or topics that do not exist in the online curriculum, so we can also learn from you and share your innovation with other facilitators. Any comments on how the activities and discussion went? Describe briefly how the activities and discussions went for your group, especially what worked well and what didn't. Why do you think that is? And here the group dynamics drop-down menu. How was the overall group dynamics that day? Select the most appropriate option ranging from excellent to very poor. Coach assistance? Select either yes or no, depending whether you want your coach to reach out to you and offer help with whatever concerns or questions you might have. Then comes additional comments on group dynamics. Here you can elaborate the rating you gave to your group's dynamic that day. Why was it excellent? What elements made it good but not quite excellent? What happens that day so you gave your group only an average rating? Are there any negative patterns developing regards to specific students in your group? Here you can explain if you have any concerns on any of your students and their role in the group and the overall group process. It could be anything that you don't think is constructive. Language issues, being disengaged, unwillingness to listen to others. Then comes best moment, also a long answer. What was the highlight of the session? What happened then? Worst moments? What didn't go well that day? What was the low point of the session? And why do you think so? Challenges with group or group dynamics? When you think about the overall group dynamics of your group, what are the challenges you are facing? They could be small or bigger, but they are worth mentioning here. The earlier we and you are aware of these challenges, the earlier we can help you with them. How is your group progress in terms of the Connect program goals? After every session, you should try to assess if your group is progressing well towards the Connect program goals. Select the most appropriate from poor, average, unsure. And in this box, try to explain it. And here, group progress in terms of group stages. We have outlined the expected group stages most our groups go through in our dialogue model. Do you think your group is progressing well and moving on from one stage to another? Or do you feel the progression stalled in one anyway? Select the best option matching your group from poor, average, good, or unsure. And in this box, you have an opportunity to explain. You have a chance to reflect at which stage your group might be at and why you think the progression is good. Or alternatively, what do you think might hinder the group from going from one stage to another? Please note that these group stages are model stages, and not all groups go through them exactly as in the model. They are a good guide for you to assess your group and how to push it towards the Connect program goals. And in the last box, additional comments. Here you can write anything that you think is worth mentioning that didn't find its place before in the notes. And don't forget to click the submit button so we make sure that all your valuable notes have reached us. The last part of this tutorial is the tips. Be concise, but fill in every section. It is important for you and for us that you fill in all the sections with some detail. For letters and numbers, try not to add any characters other than letters and numbers in the session notes. Try to be accurate and truthful as possible. We want to hear it as it happened, the good, the bad, the ugly. Try to assess your session and the group's progress the best you can and write your assessment in the notes. We can support you the best if we have a clear understanding of what's going on. Take turns. To even out the workload between you and your co-facilitator, take turns in filling the notes. Chat after the session to agree on the main things to mention in the notes. Deadline. You must complete the student and technical report and activities report immediately after your session. If you want to take more time with the long answer questions, you are welcome to do so, but must submit the report within 24 hours of the end of your session, so that Soliya can prepare its reports to facilitators and professors. We hope that you found this tutorial helpful. Thank you and happy facilitating.